Move on to the 6th on the programme, and race number 6. We return to the turf here. It's a Class 4 over the 1400 metres. Royal Mojito into Class 4 company for the first time from Barrier 1. The Creative, Flash Famous and Great Treasure all take the drop in class as well. Picking as a debutant for John Size and Joe Moreira. Viva Council likes to roll forward. He's come up with Barrier 9. Magic Success, a last start course and distance winner. Best Gift and Cool Army haven't won in 4 starts each, and Double Down gets the hood and the pacifier off from Barrier 14.
Well, Viva Council and Carefree Prince are the noted pace in the race. Royal Mojito would probably kick up from the inside. The newcomer Pickin has had a lot of trials. He has been a little patchy from the gates in 1 or 2 of them, but his most recent one was good. So if he can posse up there, Flash Famous may be able to utilise the good barrier and be a little bit closer from barrier number 2, but unless there's any pressure to Carefree Prince and Viva Council, you think they'd secure the 1-2 spots.
Yeah, and Royal Mojito should get a nice run in behind. He's been running over 1,000. He's up to 1,400 metres. He's had 4 goes over the distance, had 3 placings, so 1,400 doesn't look a problem. Zach Purden's got him pinging along here really nicely at the moment, so he's going pretty well, downgraded. Here's the first start. I thought I'd show him, Pickin. Interesting, they're starting off over 1,400 metres with him. 2 even sectionals, as you mentioned. He's had 5 trials in Australia before he got here. Now he's had another 7, so he's well schooled, is Pickin. And the next one we're going to look at is Best Gift. I thought this was quite a good piece from Best Gift. He's the one closest to us. He just takes off from and invests to boom. He's got no form whatsoever, but I thought it was just worth highlighting.
Right, OK, so
yeah.
That was the end of the
That was it.
Let's start off with Magic Success. Last start winner. Viva Council as well, out in front, but was picked off here. They ran 1st and 2nd.
They did. Viva Council's going along at a good rate at the moment, isn't he? With a couple of seconds and a win from his last 3. Magic Success has always shown ability. This was quite a tough run from him, and I like the way that he found the line in the end. He is up a couple of pounds, not a lot, but he's drawn another wide barrier.
That was the question mark for me. And that track work, he might get a lead on it through that first starter in race number 1, because he did work with Magic Success down the back.
Was it?
Yeah. So I thought Viva Council will get a nice run out in front, so I've got him in the numbers.
All right, Carefree Prince is another one that likes to get bowling along. He's finished 3rd here with Fresh Power wider out.
Again, a wide barrier draw for him, so barrier number 10 for Carefree Prince. He's had plenty of runs this season. This will be his 13th. He hasn't had a best season to date. He's had a couple of 3rds, and that's basically been those last couple of runs. So I suppose he is running into a bit of form, but I thought there was others here in this.
Fame and Fortune was the horse you were mentioning earlier, Paul. Look, Carefree Prince will jump and run, overhauled here by Starship Sam's Love. But obviously, as we looked at the speed map, Viva Council, Carefree Prince, if they can get it on their own, they could run very cheeky races. All
right, so there's a few horses we've seen a fair bit of, but Pickin we will see for the first time in a race conditions on the weekend. Let's learn more about him with jockey Joe Moreira.
Joe, you rode Pickin for his first run in Hong Kong on the weekend. He's had 7 trials. You've been on board for 5 of them. Does he give you the feel of a horse that's ready to go to the races now?
He gave me a feel that he's ready to go to race and do well. He has had enough trials to get himself fit. Size is putting him out there first time out over 1,400 metres, and that doesn't surprise me because he actually feels like a miler type of a horse, or even longer, and he seems a very nice horse. He definitely does. Tactics wise, he's drawn 4. What sort of racing style do you think he has? Oh, it's very hard to predict before he has his first start, but we're going to just take from the trainer's instruction and go for it. He's a very easy horse to deal with. He's kind. He behaves very nice in the gate. He does have a little bit of gate speed, so I presume if John wants me to try to be forward with him, I think he's going to be capable too. But a specific instruction where we are going to be in the race, it's hard for me to say now. You mentioned John. You and him have developed a terrific association in your time here in Hong Kong. When you leave, will you miss riding for a trainer like John? No doubts about that. He's not just a brilliant trainer, but he's a very nice person as well. Has been very good to me, and I've got no words to describe how pleased I am for what he's done for me so far.
Joe's got plenty of nice things to say about Pickin then, the 3-year-old by Dewporth. What do we know about him?
I think he looks a nice enough type. I've got a hunch he might be named after a Western Bulldog football player in Australia. The owner's had a couple of good ones in the past too, Arroyo and Presto. Yeah, I expect him to go well. He's had a solid prep in Australia and here. Looks to have plenty of talent for me.
Yeah, I threw him in the numbers, but I think there's a couple of others in there I quite like as well. So.
He's more a member of our team. He's quite a big Bulldogs fan, I think,
I think
aren't
there
they?
might be someone in our team. There was a horse here called Rovat for a while as well, who happens to be part of that same team.
All right, he's favourite, Paul. Picking in for you?
He's in, but I've got to go with Royal Mojito because I think he'll get the best run in the race. He's just going to sit in behind this pace. 1400 metres doesn't look like a problem. Barrier number 1, so he'll do me on top. Viva Council is a very hard horse to get past. So I've got him in there for second. Picking, obviously, I've just been a bit worried about him with some of his barrier manners. He's been a slow way on a few occasions, but I still think he'll run well. Obviously, he's been well schooled. He's had 12 trials. And Fresh Power's been running well. Got him in there for fourth. 1, 7, 6 and 8, but I'd go exotics as well.
I'm going to tip Picken. I think he could be reasonably smart, so he's on top. I'm going to make Flash Famous my long shot. I didn't mind his most recent trial, fourth with blinkers on. He closed off. We saw that trial earlier on, actually, and he was a little sort of slow to get moving from the gates, but he drew wide. With a low barrier, I think if he can muster early and posse up, he can make his form look a lot better than what it recently and does at the moment look like. Magic Success, the wide gate's the concern, and then Viva Council and Carefree Prince, they're the two that'll roll early, and they may take some catching, but I think 6 is quite hard to beat. I'll throw in the 3 as a bit of value for the afternoon.
All right, yeah, I've got Picking in as well. Same numbers as Paul, though, same order. 1, 7, 6 and 8 from me. Royal Mojito, very hard to beat from that inside gate. 6 races down. Up next for us, one of the 2 features. It's the Hong Kong Reunification Cup.